I started UNIR1 Radio because I wanted to give artists the same opportunity that I had by breaking their music out into the mainstream a heck of a lot quicker than if they were to do it themselves. I also wanted to teach artists a couple things. Number one, that they had to be more than just a rapper or a singer or a musician. They needed to be very well-rounded and needed to know the ins and outs of how to run a music business. The second thing I wanted to teach artists was that if they were thinking that they were going to be successful by signing to a major record label, it's a myth. The age of the independent artist is here. It doesn't matter whether you're Bon Jovi or Bob Jovi. As long as you believe in yourself and you're good and you practice and you have an itinerary, then all you need is the proper marketing and promotional plan, the most advanced tools to help you achieve your success, and the team that educates you on how to do that. That's where UNIR1 come together. In June of 2011, UNIR1 Radio opened its doors to the entire global community for artists and bands to submit their music for radio play and promotion. It got to the point where we received so many submissions that we just didn't have enough time in the day to play them all. So we decided to open up several other radio stations by genre. This way we could target market our audience based on what the artist or band played. By February of 2012, UNIR1 Network was launched. One of the greatest decisions that I ever made was actually giving artists their own radio shows on UNIR1 Radio. Our case in point is Mr. Frank Cosentino from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, who is the first artist that we gave a radio show to. Frank is an award-winning guitar player. He has worked with several guitar clinics, has over 4 decades of experience, 6 CDs in his catalog, gives guitar lessons to several students, including Sal Costa, who is the lead guitar player for the Grammy Award-winning band My Darkest Days, but yet wasn't getting the notoriety that he deserved, nor the global presence he needed to get out there into the mainstream quick. Frank Cosentino's show is every single Sunday from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m., and it offered the best in blues and entertainment and blues guitar players. Listeners from all around the world tuned in, and the show was an instant success. Not to mention, Frank was a pretty good broadcaster too. As the show was gaining popularity, Frank got more notoriety and more likes and Twitter followers than he ever had before. He even had a visit from famous actor Kurt Yeager, who plays Greg the Peg on Sons of Anarchy, and was offered a chance to actually submit one of his songs, When Love Knocks You on the Chin, to be considered for an episode. It was around the summer when Frank Cosentino got a call that would change his life. There were several promoters in the UK that were tuning in each Sunday to Frank's show. They really loved what he was doing, and they offered him a tour in the UK. So Frank assembled his band, packed up his gear, and they headed to the UK to do over 24 dates in 2012, again in 2013, and a repeat performance for this year for 2014. Frank Cosentino would not have this opportunity if it wasn't for internet radio and UNIR1.